How's it going?
Hold a cold one like he hold an old gun, like he hold a microphone.
So, one thing I have to disclose before I begin recording this video. There's a massive stain on part of my shirt, and I just want to inform anybody that's paying attention to that stain throughout the course of this video that it's in fact not semen. It's the grease, the sludge, the oil from a spinach feta wrap from Starbucks that I was eating on my lunch break while at work. And it was absolutely delicious. It was honestly one of the best things I've eaten in a very long time. So I think it was worth kind of spilling that all over myself. So judge me, go ahead. I don't care at all. I look like I served soup at a homeless shelter. Okay, everybody, enough of the jokes. I don't want to begin this video on too goofy of a note because this is kind of something that is, well, it's not kind of something, it is something that's very sad, very tragic and unfortunate, and that is the passing of legendary artist, MC, poet, writer, comic book aficionado, producer, human being, father, MF Doom, aka Daniel Dumile. You know, it's been about a week and a half since I found out. It never hit me at once. I never really felt like that wave of grief. I never felt like that like I kind of expected myself to, because Doom was a super influential artist to me in my youth. He was kind of the first rapper whose material I clung to and whose persona I clung to, and I kind of saw as like definitely not an extension of myself, but like I saw as a figure to look up to and strive to be like, because you can kind of just sponge his traits based off of his cadence, based off how he carries himself, how he pays attention to the details in his art, and to how he discusses the culture that he's involved in, how much care and attentiveness and compassion he paid, how much respect he paid to all of these things that he was a part of for so many years. You could kind of just tell that he had a lot of great qualities to him, and that was something that I was drawn to at a young age. And because, you know, him and his music had permeated my youth up until now, I'm still a massive fan. I thought it would be a lot more overwhelming when I realized that he had passed. It just kind of is coming like this stagnant thing where I've just been pretty much every single day since I learned, I've just been repeating to myself multiple times, R.I.P. Doom, saying thank you and stuff, which sounds kind of weird, and I hate talking about this right now because I sound so self-centered, like my experience with this loss is any more valuable than anybody else's. It's definitely not. So I'm not trying to like come on here and talk about this subject like I'm some sort of high and mighty figure, like I'm some sort of connoisseur of his work. I can say without a doubt him and his work has had the most impact on me as a creative person and kind of just as a person in general. Everything he did was so influential and so impactful, and it's like he never had an off day. It was obvious that like no matter what he put out, you know, there was still like a tinge of compassion for rap and for hip hop culture and whatever. It's apparent to me and apparent to, I'm sure, plenty of fans, anybody that's watching this video, that he just gave a shit. He really gave a shit about a lot of things, specifically the culture, and he did whatever it took to contribute to it. I want to come here today, I want to discuss 5 of my favorite songs of his. I wanted to be sure that these were like my favorites, considering how much stuff he has put out throughout the course of his career. So without further ado, let's go right into it. The first song that I chose, and this isn't necessarily in order, so first song is from Food. It's called Hoe Cakes. And what actually recently made me fall in love with this song a lot more, because I had listened to it in the past and the beat kind of turned me off a little bit. It wasn't my favorite song on the planet. It just wasn't something that stuck with me like some of the other songs on the album did, specifically One Beer. The more I listened to it, I started to like, the lyrics just would not escape my brain. I just couldn't stop remembering certain lines. They just kept repeating over and over again. And then I stumbled across a video of Tyler, the Creator, in 2008 dancing and singing along to the song like a pre-TikTok. And just seeing somebody else in this animated fashion dance along and appreciate and have love for the song just amplified my own love for it, because I could kind of align like a physicality to the song, if that makes any sense. Now when I listen to the song, I picture Tyler, the Creator's limbs moving and his long arms and whatever. The vibe of the song is, like I said, it's literally the kind of song that just makes me want to get up and dance. The beat is goofy, playful. It's very fun. It's very happy. It's like you're frolicking through a bunch of flowers. You're having some sort of cipher with your friends in high school. I created a little list here with things I want to touch on with each song. And this one, this specific chunk of words is the thing that's looping in my brain over and over again. Rumors has it it's an S-curl accident. Doom was always known to keep the best girls backspent. Some say it's the eyes, some say the accent. A lot of guys wonder where they stacks went. It's crazy. In the same field as the playfulness and the goofiness and the playground backpack rap vibe of the song, you can almost feel Doom smiling when he's rapping these lyrics. It sounds like a kid rapping to his crush, trying to impress her on Valentine's Day. And something about that is so sweet and cool. Next up, I've got, I think, the first song that I ever listened to from Doom, which was All Caps. Back in the day, me and my friend used to go skateboarding, and before we do that, because we were so passionate for skateboarding, we would watch skate videos beforehand, and we'd listen to music beforehand. We'd have like a little binge of 2 or 3 videos, and then we'd go out into the world. I remember one of the songs we used to listen to in his room. We listened to All Caps, and we would watch the music video with the cartoon, and it was like super bad quality, but it was so sick. From the beginning, I don't know what it was, but that song and that style of beat and the way the piano is looping and rolling, almost like a giant snowball careening down a hill. Something about that has just always been my barometer for my enjoyment of rap music moving forward. There's just something in that struck a chord with me and like solidified how I listen to rhythm, how I listen to groove. Even beyond that beat is so great that like I'll listen to All Caps on repeat all day, but then I'll also go and listen to Capital Steez's self-titled track where he rapped over this beat. I would say honestly it's equally as phenomenal. It's so good. It's interesting to see how somebody else would tackle a beat that's almost crafted specifically for the MF Doom mold. Like I said, it just spurred my love for his music. Honestly, I would say that the vibe of it just feels like a new era of music. It feels like something that you won't ever get the chance to look at again. This song is something extremely special, so make sure to pay as much attention to it as you possibly can, because there's little things in there, there's little Easter eggs that you want to be looking for, and if you miss them, then you've missed out on something incredibly valuable, not just to music and culture, but to yourself. And like I said, the beat is just fucking perfect. Tonally, it's so equal with Doom's voice. The beat honestly sounds like if MF Doom were a beat. It doesn't even sound like it was crafted by a person. It sounds like Doom, when he's rhyming, the beat is coming out of his mouth as well. Does that make any sense? Like there's a beat and his words coming out of his mouth at the same time. My favorite line from that song is, "The beat is so butter, peep the slow cutter as he uttered the calm flow. Don't talk about my moms, yo." I love that so much. Yeah, it's just, yeah. Next up, we've got Curls, another song off of him and Madlib's album Mad Villainy. Yeah, this song is great. I get the vibe that it's kind of beachy. It's like you're driving with sunglasses. But I don't know if that's because I really got into listening to it while I was like driving around at the beach, because I started to really get into Mad Villainy earlier this summer, and Curls is just like, it's like one of those anime edits that you see of like the cool anime guy driving. It's like a dreamlike experience at some sort of vacation, beautiful, cool guy location, rolling up to Costa Rica with 15 hot girls in bikinis in your car, like your Dan Bilzerian. And yeah, it's one of those beats that you just can't stop bobbing your head to. And I mean literally, you cannot stop bobbing your head to it. Me being somebody who listens for rhythm mostly in songs, whenever this one comes on, I'm just like I literally feel like I'm driving. I'm just like, I can hear it in my head right now, and it's making my neck hump. Favorite bar from this song is, "Villain get the money like curls, they just trying to get a nut like squirrels in this mad world." Are you fucking kidding me, dude? I fucking love that line so much. Every time I hear that, I scream it at the top of my lungs, and I just cry laughing, because it's so good. They just trying to get a nut like squirrels in his mad world. It sounds like while it is an amazing bar, it even sounds like a meme, a Filthy Frank meme.
Skill in the ill and the Willis, they're just trying to get like...
I don't know. It sounds like an Eminem meme, but it's also just one of the coolest lines ever. And nobody could get away with saying something that goofy and sound cool as fuck, like Doom can. Everything about that line is hilarious. It's equal parts hilarious and badass. And yeah, the cadence is just smooth, calm, confident, a little bit sweaty, a little bit damp and sticky. It's like you're on a hot summer day and the sun is beaming down on you, and you're preparing to unravel a beach towel after you just step out of a 1960s Camaro. Thank you, Villain, for giving me the opportunity to feel that experience through a song, because otherwise I would never know what it's like to hang out with Victoria's Secret models. Moving on. Next up, we got Governor. This was another one that just kind of stuck with me since I was a youngin'. I don't think I was that young when I first heard it. I must have been in late middle school, early high school. I don't remember when the album came out, but I have a physical copy of the JJ Doom Project. This song is so sick, and for some reason, to this day, whatever amount of years later, I cannot stop listening to it. And the music video is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. That music video honestly sounds like what the beat, or it looks like what the beat sounds like. I love a beat where you can't tell how they made it. It sounds like all the parts wrap into each other and they're kind of fading in and out, and there's waves of sound overlapping over other waves, so it's almost like you can't stick your mind onto one part and be like, oh, this is how it's going. There's just kind of an understanding that there's a rhythm there, that there's some sort of momentum behind the song, but you can't tell why. You can't pick out the parts that are contributing to that rhythm, and that beat is exactly that. It's like a technological anomaly. I mean, you can't forget about how he rhymes the ridiculous ass name of an Icelandic volcano with, I don't think he rhymes it with anything. Maybe he does, I don't remember. But the fact that he decided to contribute that word to a bar is hilarious and awesome, and some of the most nerdy shit I've heard of in a long time. So my favorite bar, like I just said, is with ash and molten glass like Eyjafjallajökull, the volcano out of Iceland. He'll conquer and destroy the rap world like the white men. That's literally so hilarious to me. The way that Doom pieces words together, each piece of the bar is almost shadowing a previous piece of a different bar. So when you hear all of these words in succession, you hear his bars in their entirety. All of the chunks are weaving in and out of each other, and everything just sounds so crunchy and satisfying. Anyways, I'm moving on to the final song. This song is, I think, the most beautiful Doom song. It's very melancholy. It's a little bit somber, but it's also very beautiful. It's like he's allowing the sadness and the loss of his brother and just kind of his acceptance of those losses to be beautiful. I don't know if that's the message behind the song, but that's just how it sounds to me. It sounds like a realization that life moves on, that there is a lot of finite details for him to appreciate and respond to. And the way that the beat sounds, the way that he's rapping, and how hungry he sounds, how prepared he sounds to begin his career, it's like he's starting a new leaf. It's like he's got a new lease on life. It's a celebration of all of the beauty of life, even the more morbid and unfortunate and dark times that come with the experience of life. The reason I say this, like I said, I'm not sure if this song is about his brother or not. It just kind of feels like a tribute to Sub Rock. It feels like he is acknowledging how tragic it is to have lost his collaborative partner at such a young age. It's sad for all of these different entities to have lost Sub Rock, because he could have contributed so much great work and become a father and done whatever. And that's now a piece of him, and it's humbled him. He is tackling rapping, he's tackling his art with that as a new aspect of his personality. I hope that makes sense. I'm kind of just talking in circles right now, but you know, that's kind of how we do it on this channel. And yeah, the Sade sample is absolutely gorgeous. I fucking love the sound of her voice over the song. Bongos. The beat is absolutely perfect. It sounds like you're looking out into the ocean and you just see everything and you just finally feel connected to life. You don't feel any cognitive dissonance. Favorite line from that song is, "On Doomsday, ever since the womb, tell him back where my brother went. That's what my tomb will say. Right above my government, Dumile, either unmarked or engraved. Hey, who's to say?" Obviously, that's my favorite line. That's the chorus in the song. It's just beautiful. It sounds so good. The way that he raps that, it sounds like a person playing drums perfectly. It's like they're hitting all of the right things at the right time, but he's doing it with his mouth. It reminds me of a seaside town. Doom sounds energetic, hungry, humble, and he sounds like he's prepared to mend his wounds. Sounds like a young man that's been hurt, but who has the emotional maturity and the wiseness to use that hurt to his advantage. And you know, that's honestly just what makes Doom's music so great, is because though he portrays himself as a villain, never does he come off as a selfish or arrogant or crude individual, and his presence is that of a father figure, of somebody that you can turn to. Me personally, that's just the vibe I've always got from his stuff, is that it's very fatherly, it's very, very positive. And yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna end the video. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, MF Doom, for making so many incredible works of art, so many great songs, things that will live longer than you, live longer than me, that will continue to inspire future generations. So, rest in peace, man. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.